What is up, YouTube? It's Grinch, and in front of me I have the brand new for 2022 King Namor's Throne Room Lego set from Black Panther to Wakanda Forever, and I'm going to do a quick review of it. Before I get started, I wanted to quickly thank you for watching and ask that you please like, subscribe, and join in the conversation in the comment section below or over at the Plain Old Grinch Discord, link in the description of this video. Now right here is everything that you see is included in this set. You get a total of 3 minifigures, 355 pieces, all for the price of $35. You can see there's a nice build for Namor's throne room, as well as a little skirmisher sub build on the side. Let's start by taking a closer look at the minifigures included. So these are the 3 minifigures that are included in this set. And from left to right over here, you have Shuri, King Namor, and a Tuma. You can see Shuri comes with her Black Panther gauntlets, King Namor comes with a pearl gold buildable spear, and then a Tuma just comes with a regular silver spear. I'm going to remove all the accessories so we can take a closer look at the minifigures themselves. So here is a closer up look at Shuri, the minifigure that is included in this set, and she looks pretty darn good. I really like the white coloring and the yellow and the purple coloring that you see here on the pants, and I like the asymmetry of the print as well. You can see there's a little purple line there, and that's not over here. I just think that kind of makes it look a little bit more unique and better. See, there's some nice silver detailing on her as well, which all looks really good. This torso print has a lot of nice details on it and just captures the essence of this figure really well. A nice updated hair print here for Shuri too, and you can turn it around and you can see that nice torso printing continues to the back, and then she also has an alternative face piece. I kind of wish that they gave her a different expression, because you can see she's just happy over here and then content over here. That's not really mixing it up too much, so not sure why they didn't, give her like a grimace or a scowl or something on this side, but overall she does come with an alternate face and she looks pretty good. Now here's maybe where some of the controversy begins, and it's really not a big issue in my opinion. I know some people have a problem with it, but we have King Namor here, and I think he looks really good. Now the issue that some people have is that this is more of a comic version of King Namor, and it's not a movie accurate version of King Namor. It really doesn't capture the likeness of the actor at all. He should technically have a beard up here, but he does not, and that's okay. I mean, I think it's fine, and the reason I think it's fine though is because this minifigure is really good, and I'm just a fan of minifigures, so as long as we get a good minifigure for what it is, I'm okay with it. It doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. And the reason I think that he's so good is if I turn him to the side, you can see he's got some side leg printing, which is quite rare from Lego, and that's just really awesome. And then you can see his pants also have a little bit of a side print up there too, and that continues around the front, and that's just a metallic gold, and there's some teal in there, and that all looks really good. I just like the overall aesthetic of Namor, and I think that's great. If Lego, if it's not going to be 100% accurate, maybe they didn't have the proper source material, right? They make this character way before the movies even released. I'm sure they made it before the trailer, and who knows what Marvel gave them for source material, so you can't really fault them when they're trying to make these sets a year or so before the movies even coming out. So I'm totally fine with this minifigure, and in fact I think he's really good. I also love the torso prints on here. You can see he's got that nice necklace and that metallic gold. That all looks really good. He's got some abs, and then he's got a little belt printing down there. That also looks great. I love the ear here. That looks really good. I love the 2 colors on there. The face looks good, and then the back also looks good as well. That front printing just continues through there. So overall, I really actually quite like this minifigure, controversy aside. The next minifigure we have is a Tuma, and he looks really good too. He reminds me of Marcus from Pirates of the Caribbean a little bit with this helmet piece, which I really like. It kind of's got a hammerhead shark vibe there, and I like this little pieces coming out the back of it. That all looks good. You can see he's got a nice face printing, and he's got a lot of details on his front, and he actually becomes Namor's enemy in the comics, and they kind of position it as maybe he's guarding the throne too. So I'm curious to see his role in the movies and what happens. Obviously the movie's not out yet, so we'll see. I know Namor is kind of being chalked up to being the enemy of this Black Panther movie, so really excited about it. If you're excited about the movie, let me know in the comments. I definitely am. You can see though there's a lot of detailing on here, and I really like this minifigure. That leg printing is really good too. And then when I turn around, you can see that details continue in the back. That all looks great there. And then one last thing to call out, there's this really nice metallic printing that's there too, and that looks quite good in my opinion. So this is what is known as the skirmisher sub, and I think it looks really good, and it's kind of maybe even the most interesting part of the whole building experience for me. You can see here that it's just got this windshield piece right here to kind of make this central position, and it fits one minifigure in here. I'll show you how that looks in a second. But turning it around to the side, there's some nice details that are captured here overall, and I can't really complain about too much about what they've done here to capture this. I think it looks really good. In fact, I can celebrate what they've done here because this is just a unique and interesting looking Lego build, especially for Marvel superheroes. You can see there's some sticker detail right here, as well as some additional stickering detail on the back. That all looks good. And then the way that you open it up is you actually can remove this cockpit, this side cockpit, and this cockpit to get it wide open, which is nice because that makes it really easy to access the inside and stick a minifigure in here. And you do it right there on that panel. You can see right there is where you can slide your minifigure and you can fit them in. My only complaint is that they do kind of sit down like this in this kind of awkward position, which just looks a little bit funny for a minifigure. And then you close up the top and then they fit in right like that. So just face down, but maybe they're looking at, like a little heads up display there to get a view, because you wouldn't be able to see out of this area anyway. So it's all pretty proper and good. And I just think this is a really kind of interesting shape, really interesting angle that they were able to capture by using these windscreen pieces. And then on the back, on the bottom here, you can see there's just a couple of the new style of stud shooters. Those look good and they kind of hide pretty well, and they look good from all this other sides too. So this is the main build of the set, and it's supposed to represent King Namor's throne. And you can see there's just two 2x3 jumpers right here in the opening of the mouth, where you actually can take King Namor and he can sit right there. They've used some trans red grilled pieces in the back here to kind of give it a little bit of a glow look, and that looks kind of cool, as well as up front here. You can see if you spin this around, it's supposed to resemble the mouth of an underwater animal, the skeleton of an underwater animal, and that all looks quite good. You can see there's some seaweed detailing on the side, and then some suggestion of fish kind of floating around the throne room, and all of that is really good and really fun. It is a little bit of a boring build because you're kind of just putting pieces on top of each other. I mean, there's nothing too special here. You do get some studs on the side construction here, which is just a nice break, because otherwise this is just putting bricks on top of each other. So from a building experience perspective, the sub was really good, that skirmisher sub, and then this portion, the mouth, is kind of more of a technical build, but I think it's just intended to be a small little build, so it is what it is there. Around the back, you can see it does kind of start to lose some of the details. You can see right here, there's a nice little play feature that's built in, and that red just kind of fits in with the actual dark red coloring of the throne. And that's all good. I'll go ahead and show you what that does. If I turn around to the front, you can see there's a little disc right here. So when you turn it around, you hit this red button and it shoots out that disc. So kind of a gimmick of a play feature, if you ask me. It doesn't really add much to this set overall. I don't know if it was totally necessary. I kind of wish those pieces would have been used to maybe add a little bit more details out here. I would have liked to seen some like trans clear pieces up here holding some fish. I think that would have been cool, and I just wish that those parts were used elsewhere, because what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot this little disc shooter. You can't even aim it, so you're just going to shoot this little disc shooter at the ground when you're trying to shoot at the sub. Maybe I don't know. It just doesn't add anything to me, but again, I'm not the target audience for this set, so that's okay. You can see there's some nice sticker detailing up here. That's all good. Those are just two different types of stickers that are used all the way around here to capture that details. That looks pretty nice. I think that's ancient Atlantean, but overall, kind of a fun little build for a set. Definitely meant to be more of a display piece in my mind, even though they tried to build the little play feature in here. It's a throne, right? You can't really play too much with the throne. So overall, I can't be disappointed with this set. In fact, I quite like it. I think the throne room looks really good as a display piece, but I'm not quite sure this set knows what it wants to be. Overall, I like the fish detail around the side. I think that's nice. It's a unique throne room. It looks good. I think the skirmisher sub is pretty unique, and for as little pieces that actually went into that, I think that's a really, really cool build. And of course, you get some really good minifigures here as well. None of them, however, are exclusive to this set. So when it comes to me for the building experience, I have to give this a 3.5 out of 5. And that's just simply because I think that throne room, the main bulk of the build, is, for the most part, I know there's some studs on the side construction there, but for the most part, you're just kind of stacking bricks on top of each other, and there's nothing really too special or too technical there. So that is what it is. It's a very easy build. It's an enjoyable, pleasant build, but it wasn't too exciting to actually put together. So 3 out of 5 for that. Playability, I'd have to give it a 4 out of 5. It's got some play features in it that are pretty standard for Lego, right? Just your stud shooters. I don't like, though, I really don't like the disc shooter at the bottom of the throne. I don't know why that bothers me so much. And I think it's just because you have to like actually pick up the throne to shoot it, and just like, why would you be doing that? I don't know. It seems forced. It is forced, and it's just not necessary for me. And I would have liked to see that part allocation used someplace else. For displayability, though, I think it's cool. I think the skirmisher stub is a unique build. You know, we don't see a lot of little submarines like that, so I think that looks really cool. I'm excited to see what that's all about in the movie. And I think the throne looks good too. I mean, it's a throne. It's supposed to be displayed. I think that looks good. It's just kind of a unique throne. It's a unique look, and I like all that. So a 4.5 out of 5 for the displayability. For the minifigures, I have to give them a 4. For what's here, they're really good. I love these minifigures. Full of detail, awesome. But there's no exclusive minifigures at all here. So we do get all 3 of these minifigures in other sets. So if you're simply a minifigure collector, there's no reason for you to buy this set because you need to get the other 2 sets in the series anyway. So I just kind of took off a point there, but the minifigures are excellent. They're definitely, I'm definitely happy that I got multiple of these minifigures now, owning the entire collection. And for the value, I have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It does come in at 355 pieces for $35, but you just don't get a ton here. Again, I would have liked to see an exclusive minifigure, and I could have given it a little bit more value, but there's a lot of smaller pieces, and it's just kind of a plain building. I would have really liked to see this for around $30, knocking off $5 from it. So if you can get it on sale, great. If not, it's not a terrible value. It's just not kind of that ideal value I'm looking for from Lego at $35. All in, this set for your Grinch's Guide comes into a 3.9 out of 5, so that's pretty respectable. Like I said, I did really, really like this set. I enjoyed putting it together. No complaints for me, really, other than a few little nitpicks that I went over. Great set, fun set, enjoy your building. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and joining in the conversation in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.